conditional operator is the shortcut for if-else statement. Instead of if-else, we can use this conditional operator for our purpose. The conditional operator is having two symbols, question mark and colon, and it is the only operator that is ternary in nature. That means it requires three operands in order to operate. The same conditional operator is equally available in C++ or Java. There you can find the same conception as you are going to learn here. The syntax for the conditional operator is pretty simple. We need to write the condition first, then comes the question mark, then the expression for true value for the condition, and then the colon marks comes, then the expression for false value for the condition. Now let me give you one example so that you can understand this clearly. Say we have if-else statement, and that is evaluating a greater than b, and if a is greater than b, we are doing something like this. Say m is equals to a plus b. Otherwise we are doing something like this, m equals to a minus b. The code is straightforward. If a greater than b, we are adding up ab and assigning the result to m. Otherwise, we are subtracting b from a and assigning the result with m. Now, I'm writing the equivalent code for this if-else block using the conditional operator, and that can be this one. We need to test the condition that comes first, a greater than b, then the question mark, and then what you need to do is to find out a plus b. This is the expression that we need to execute when the condition is true. That means this is the part that we usually write under if block, and then comes a minus b after colon. That means this is the part that we usually write under else block. So the execution style is this. First of all, this particular condition is evaluated, and if this is true, whatever we have written here is going to be evaluated. Otherwise, if the condition is false, whatever we have written here as expression, that is going to be evaluated. Now the conditional operator can be nested as well. Let me give you one example for nested usage of conditional operators. Say we need to find out the maximum of three numbers, and the if-else block for that is pretty simple. We need to find out maximum amongst a, b and c. So we need to test a greater than b and a greater than c. If that is true, then the maximum is a. Else we need to test b greater than c. If a is not maximum, then either of b or c could be maximum. So we need to test between b and c. Now if this particular condition is true, then the maximum is b. Otherwise, the last option is obviously maximum is c. So the equivalent code for this if-else block using conditional operator is this. First of all, we need to test a greater than b and a greater than c. Now if this is true, the maximum is a, so we need to write a here. Otherwise, if this is false, we come here. So we need to test again between b and c. So again we are applying the conditional operator nested in the else part. So b greater than c, if that happens true, if that is true, then the maximum is b. Otherwise the maximum is c. So you can see that we have nested conditional operators here. So if this condition is true, this is going to be evaluated. Otherwise, if this is false, it is straightforward goes in this section, and again it finds another conditional operator. So this condition is tested, and if this is true, this b is evaluated. Otherwise, if b greater than c is false, this c is evaluated. Let me show you the conditional operator in action with this programming example. We need to test whether a given age is teenage or not. The same thing we did with the if-else, but now we are supposed to do it using conditional operator. So I have just written a couple of lines here. This is going to prompt the user for the age, and this is going to take the age into the age variable from keyboard. So now I'm testing the age. If age is greater than equals to 13 and age is less than equals to 19, we know that this is teenage. So this is the condition, the first operand for the conditional operator. So for true, we need to write that yes, it's teenage. For false, we need to write that no, this is not teenage. So this printf is going to be evaluated if this condition is true. So here we are writing in the second operand, we are writing yes, the age is teenage. Otherwise, I'm just making it simple so that you can view the whole thing together. Yes, teenage. No, not teen. Okay, so that makes sense. So this is going to be executed when the condition is false. That means it's not teenage. So that's the last operand, the third one. So I'm executing the program to show you that it's working fine. So here you go. I'm entering the age. Yes, teenage. It's working fine. Entering once more, 60. No, not 10.